Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. 2nd and 11. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season, as this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Holding, offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's a give up the middle. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Number 17.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This will be fielded at the 17. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
To throw on 2nd down, Knight. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Back to throw. Knight. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Knight. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. KC's offense ready to take over.
As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for his windup, incomplete. Brings up third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
These DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And taken right on the 30. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
That's the
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
To throw on second down, Knight. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Knight.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Knight. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Taking it about the 16. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They need to block in the back. Offense.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Taken down at the 41. Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete.
And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Number 85. It's a gain of 6.
Back to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
On 1st and 10, Knight. And he whips that one incomplete there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Knight. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Knight. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He'll get it inside the 20. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And the Salt Lake City 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw. Knight. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Off play action. Knight. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? That's complete right around the 8. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Touchdown! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Flyers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Now the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return.
One more go for this offense in the first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Knight. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. From the gun on 3rd down, Knight. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Seahawks who are out in front in the second quarter. The Seahawks locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. The Cougars trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. In that game, all square as they take on the visiting Cowboys. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
And one thing we do know, they will be a part of the playoffs come January. They have clinched the AFC West.
And that feels good for them, but they feel like their work is far from done because as it stands right now, they won't have the first round bye. But a lot of teams will tell you, that's okay with us. We just want to get to the playoffs and wreak havoc from that point on.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Knight. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Part of the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
On first down, Knight. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
On second down, they'll run it here. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. From the gun on third down. Knight.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It's a gain of 6.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Knight. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still got a shot at the 1st down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it will still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
From the gun on 3rd down. Knight looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another 1st down there.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Knight. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground, because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Flyers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A nice little juke. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Intercepted.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Knight throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Complete to number 81.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Off the play fake. Knight. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second down. Knight. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Back to throw. Knight. Buying time to his left. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And now here comes Kansas City.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
On the deep ball. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll drop the throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 8-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack of finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
The 22-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Yeah, he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
The try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second and 6. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. There he goes, left side. 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So call off the pick 6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
85 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for our visitors, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs,
it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7-10 for their final mark.
And I think you have to say, ultimately,